I will. Well, actually, both of my babies love this one simple trick.
Pick up the.
You're like, I go like this.
Yeah. But I'm still there.
Babies hate her.
Babies hate this one game. No, they love it when I pretend to.
You started. Welcome to Sad Boys Podcast about feelings and other things. Also, I'm Jarvis.
I'm doing.
And Anastasia's here, and Anastasia just started
The most Anastasia.
we were about to start recording, but then Anastasia started telling a story, and the story started with one of my babies. No, both of my babies fall for this one simple trick.
You won't believe.
And I have so many questions. One, who are these babies? To our knowledge, you do not have two babies. But then I'm also curious about the trick.
Well, not only is it when you said one of my babies, I thought you were like, okay, well, Anastasia has friends with kids. Maybe there's multiple of them. No, there is two.
Yeah.
Done.
I have two babies.
Nice.
In my life.
You won't explain. Okay, you just reiterated.
I just said.
I have two babies. What do you want me to say?
Okay, you have two babies.
You sound insane.
There are two couples that I'm friends with that both have babies around the same exact age. They're both around 7 months.
Nice.
Okay.
So they got laid. Respect. Pretty badass.
I fist bumped them when they told me they were pregnant.
Hell yeah.
Right on.
It is weird that when people are trying for a baby, it's like, yeah, we're fucking.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, okay.
No protection for me.
Thanks for letting me know.
There's actually a really horrible trend of pregnancy announcements. Where it's,
in general, there's a horrifying. I agree, by the way.
like, don't announce it. But also, they'll wear T-shirts or have signs where the woman will have a T-shirt that says like turkey in the oven, and the husband will be like, "I did the basting," and it's like, I don't want to think of your.
Why did you need to wear a shirt about it?
Yeah.
Like you already have. One would assume that before this happened, you had clothes, and then for you to have done this, you have said, "I'll introduce a new clothes to my clothing collection, and it's going to be all about the sex we just had."
Yeah.
Waiting anxiously for your Etsy delivery to come through so you can do the most epic post.
Bun in the oven.
So
I provided the batter. And it's like,
imagine if
Mima's
they did.
gonna see this. Yeah.
So your best friend is a baby because you're a baby, you love Sesame Street.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait, but I do want to let you finish this story, but I think it would be funny if I deviated once again.
This is the format of this episode.
What if it's Thanksgiving is coming up?
Yeah.
What if we got those shirts and had a Friendsgiving?
That would be amazing.
You're like,
actually.
I have a turkey in the oven and I did the basting.
And it's like, no, he literally
It's in the
basted.
oven right
we're
now.
helping
Happy
with
Thanksgiving. We're cooking the turkey.
His job was to baste
He
the
did the
turkey.
basting.
That's
And
why
then
he
you
did
have
the
another
shirt.
one underneath that says, turkey's done, we're going to eat it now.
Yeah.
And then later, had the turkey, it was okay. And then your whole time you had, I did the basting, just
What
multiple
was the
layers
other
of the
one?
same
What was
one.
the other? Buns are in the oven as well. That's the other shirt.
provided
You
this.
should take off the shirt. It's like
Like-
a breakaway pants, like in a basketball game.
Pie is in the oven. I made the filling.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's also a shirt. And then all of those things are cooking because it's a beautiful Thanksgiving
Oh.
dinner.
It's like a gorgeous.
Wait
Nemo.
a second.
Oh my God, that's rough.
This one's rough. It's
I think we're probably looking at the exact same one.
I declare pregnancy, Michael Scott, and then Dwight, just the hair, it's just the silhouette, just the hair and glasses. Fact, I am pregnant.
Fact. Dude, I hate it when people try to disprove pregnant people.
Wait, growing a tiny human, I helped. Those are the people who work at the in vitro fertilization lab.
Oh, yeah. I helped building a child.
I feel like the people to make or wear these t-shirts are the same people that do like tying your wife up in Christmas lights and putting tape, and it's like, finally, peace on earth.
Yes. Or the Disney couple shirts that are like, my favorite Disney villain is my wife.
Dude,
And it's like,
that's
I'm a little.
I'm drinking for 2, dude.
Yeah.
I wear
You're
half
drinking-
of each.
You're drinking for 2 because your wife has a bun in the oven.
Yeah, I'm
And she
Curious.
doesn't want to be inebriated because she doesn't want to lose sight of the bun that's in the oven. So
And I've
she's got to
been-
focus on
I've
that.
been
Wait.
basting it in turkey juice, which probably doesn't help.
What? Can you look at some of those turkey ones? Scroll up.
Wait, hold on. There's one that just says, "It's all gravy, we're having a baby." That's just a rhyme. That's not like it's
You know, baby's made of gravy. I don't know. Who cares?
I put a turkey in her. That doesn't even make sense.
I put a turkey in that oven. There's a turkey in this oven.
That one feels like it was made by ChatGPT.
The uncle has like,
No.
my sister has a turkey in the oven, by the
I'm
way.
imagining his.
Wait, there's multiple shirts that say I put a turkey in that oven. There's a turkey in this oven. You put that shirt on your oven during Thanksgiving. Just so that people know there's a turkey in there.
Wait,
The shirt catches fire because the oven's too hot.
do you think anybody... Okay, so it's gym day, right? Nothing to wear. I've been bad with my laundry. I guess I'll wear this again. The child is now 4 years old, but I'll put on... I put turkey in my wife or whatever.
This is
I put turkey.
Guess who's full of turkey?
I'm imagining like turkey.
Wait, can you go back, Jacob? Are these
I
just
don't wanna
that are
say it.
forward, maybe? Because this is back. I quit drinking.
Oh.
And then it says, just kidding, I'm just pregnant. Well, no, I hope you're not kidding.
No,
Oh,
I hope you are not drinking, but congrats. I quit
Just
drinking.
kidding,
Just
dude.
kidding, I'm pregnant. I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guess who's
don't do
not
that.
smoking cigarettes? Psych, pack a day, actually.
It is very funny to just kidding, I'm quitting drinking, which is just like a normal thing that happens in people's lives.
Why do you need a shirt about any of this?
All of
is
these
my
shirts
question.
are they're about pranking your family at like a family gathering.
Oh, take off a jacket. Pwn them.
Baking more than cookies this Christmas.
Oh.
I'm baking little feet cookies.
I have tiny feet
Guess
that
who's...
that are
that
in
I'm
my
baking.
oven.
I have a child's feet in my oven.
I miss beer. What about that every day? I just wear that every day.
See,
I miss
these
beer.
actually do feel like they could be Jordan shirts.
Go up. Go up. I'm in my merry pregnant era.
The ultrasound ones are
ultrasound
also
one?
too weird.
It's so like trad.
So my friends who were pregnant both told me people really do just touch your stomach without your permission. And like they're
Do they mean the baby from the inside? Let me out.
but it's like such a weird thing to then constantly be like, hey, look, there's a baby in here.
Look at this.
I almost would want a shirt if I were pregnant that had a arrow pointing to my face and said, there's a lady up here.
It's like
Stop looking, please.
Stop looking down here.
It's like
I'm a human.
it's like a boob shirt, but it like has an arrow on this side where it's like I'm up here.
my
but-
eyes are up here.
So your best friends are babies because you're a baby watch Sesame Street.
You know what? At this point, me telling you what I was gonna tell you is like not. So essentially, I was gonna say is when I'm playing with my friends' babies, I pretend to take a bite out of them and I go, how, and they giggle and it's cute.
Are you worried one day the hunger will take over?
And I will actually bite them.
And
It
you'll
is.
wear a shirt that has baby feet on it.
Guess who's
these are in my
wondering what
oven.
it means.
Baby
I
in the
have a baby
belly.
in my stomach too.
My friends are like, no, please prosecute her.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what are you doing?
Someone
I-
call the federal baby inspector.
I put your baby in the oven and I basted it.
There is a weird thing about wanting to eat a baby. No, I'm not saying me.
Understood.
I'm saying
The shirt
okay,
is
Sad
being
Boyz-
ordered. Etsy says it'll be here in 4 to 6 weeks.
no, Jacob, can
Sad
you
Boys
Google
episode 150. Welcome. Thanks for coming.
Can you Google like wanting to eat cute things? It's a psychological it's
my God,
it's actually a psychological thing
It's his homepage.
where you're like, I just want to eat your cute little toes.
With the
Peeps
power
is
of
here
course.
too.
What up, peeps?
Peeps has said stuff, but I just wanted to make sure people knew it was the intern, aka Peeps.
Yeah,
Big money
Peeps has become
Peeps.
like an actual nickname at this point.
I've been putting the hours in.
Yeah, you have. You texted me. You were like, me and Peeps have arrived. And I'm like, all right, we're doing it.
All right,
All
pal.
right, this is real.
Am I remembering the context correctly that I just hadn't had Peeps? You don't like them, and then you were like, Peeps are better than my family.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, you said you actually are wearing a shirt that says, I'm eating Peeps.
Yeah.
I have Peeps in the oven,
I
they're
have Peeps.
melting.
Yeah.
I should have basted
And
them.
And then
I
another shirt
sprinkled
that says
them in
Peeps have
sugar.
destroyed my oven. Why did I cook the
I
peeps?
put them in the microwave. They did explode.
They do explode.
Baby in the oven. Oh no! Get the fish.
Get it
Someone
out
get
of
the
there.
baby.
I've got a baby in the microwave.
Oh God!
Oh god! Oh no!
Isn't that from like The Flash? Or
Yeah,
something?
he catches the baby in a microwave because that's like better than your hands or something. Not only does he catch it in a microwave, he then, because they're all falling out of like a skyscraper, right? Like a baby. And he has to, because he's going to catch multiple babies. It's, the Flash's
Sorry,
main thing.
this is harder to understand. than
Batman
Thanksgiving.
fights the Joker. That's his thing.
Okay.
The Flash catches baby Fallout.
Fallout window,
like
baby. Okay.
The Flash, in order to keep it safe while it falls 7,000 feet, he puts it in a microwave because of this protection.
Oh, I forgot about Ezra Miller.
Yeah, so all those babies are
Oh my
like
God.
flying through the air.
Oh my God, there's a baby in the microwave.
Hold on. Yeah, he's hungry for burrito.
Wait, how is this? Okay.
What the fuck? I don't remember. Is he throwing that at a baby?
This is so dumb.
Yep, there we go. Now it's safe.
And this is before or after they did all those crimes.
I've released after. Produced for years for some oh, thank goodness. You got to look out for
This
acid.
baby is like
Real.
almost as bad as that Twilight baby.
Oh,
The
you ever seen
CGI.
original one?
Oh, I love that. That Twilight baby is.
Have you guys seen the animatronic original one before they
Yes.
CGI'd over it?
Mm,
It
I
looks like
haven't.
Annabelle. It's legitimately terrifying.
That's awesome.
It's so good.
Oh my God.
baby.
That
This is,
baby's
you love this, Anastasia. You said more.
That's your best
You said
friend.
you're the top comment on this video that goes, my favorite part is 2 minutes and 4 seconds.
This movie, honestly, it's a very funny mess of a movie. It would be legitimately good if one of the first things that happens in the movie is the Flash fails to save like 12 babies and the movie just has to move on.
So does he just put the baby in the microwave?
He puts the
and
baby in
then
the
let
microwave.
It do the
It
rest?
just
Well, it
falls.
lands
Just
on the
falls?
ground, but it's safe
But it's safe because
of
it's
the
in a microwave?
So I did the egg drop in middle school,
You
and
raised your hand like you were in middle school. Yeah. Anastasia.
Anastasia?
yes, thank you. Did you ever do the egg drop where you have to drop an egg from increasingly higher
physics
heights?
class, yeah.
So speaking of bad movies, there's so many like bad movies I feel like we all need to go see together.
Yeah.
I would. You already saw it's I'm Santa and Look Out. Or whatever it's called.
No, it's we gotta find Santa. We're Santa's friends. We gotta find him.
We're a mismatched duo, and one of us is Dwayne Johnson, and I'm
It's
Captain
actually
America.
called Red One.
Red One. You were okay. So first of all, we were in a meeting yesterday, or I was filming something or something. We were like talking before I was at my computer, and
It was an extended canon.
I don't know what day it was.
I don't know.
I don't know what time it was.
I had to go upstairs to get something, and there was a delivery that it came in a bag, and the bag had the Red One ad printed on it, and I felt like I was inside of like some sort of ARG.
Can you find J.K. Simmons as Santa? No.
Yeah, it does feel like a joke movie concept.
You watched it.
I saw an early like screening of it.
We watched the trailer with other trailers on the watch along on our Patreon.
Yeah.
It's like on the higher tier of the Patreon.
And we
but-
theorized, we workshopped a new movie called Door. Or I
Oh, we
believe it
worked.
was
Yeah, we had some good
Box.
bits in that. It was really fun. But Anastasia had prepared all of the trailers that we watched. But anyway,
Yeah,
you're
so
the movie connoisseur, the movie bastard.
I think I thought it was fun. Whatever, it's fine. Like I had a good time watching it. But it's weird, like that. There's so many bad movies that are also popular, like Beekeeper and
Yeah.
Madam
No,
Web.
they were
No, I love
Bad
these movies,
movie.
but they're bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I know what you mean.
Okay, well,
Tomato, tomato.
if the movie's so bad, how come he kills a bunch of innocent people?
Yeah.
Why
That
he
is a good
blows up a
point.
building?
That is a good
because-
point because he wants to get to one guy, and so he blows up an entire building that was completely full of people doing their 9 to 5
He has
job.
that throwaway line that it's almost in the same vein as when they're like, I noticed a little British in your
Mhm,
accent.
mhm.
It's like that throwaway line.
From there.
He's in the building and he just goes like, if maybe you can wake your mates up and get out of here. And they don't.
Yeah, he's like-
they explode.
No, he walks into the reception desk and he goes, "I'm gonna set this place on fire."
He's like, what in
sorry,
the world?
are you here for an appointment? And then
He's
he
already
did.
walking away.
He was.
I'm a beekeeper.
there
by
was
the way.
another movie that you said we should all go opening night. What was that?
Oh, I really want to see the Minecraft movie for one opening night, and it'll be fun.
Oh,
I've
Skibidi
heard-
Toilet movie.
I've
Skibidi
heard
movie.
through the grapevine that the Minecraft movie is not bad.
It seems. I mean, it's the current version of a movie.
Mhm.
This is a movie that.
When
comes
does it
out.
come out?
Red One is the same thing. It's just
Yeah.
a movie.
Yeah.
April 2025. I maybe have heard some things through the grapevine. You know, they have test and
Yeah.
screener things, and we live in LA, so sometimes word gets around. But
I went to a screening on the Paramount lot that I can't talk about.
Sesame-
I signed an
Sesame
NDA.
Street.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
Sesame
somebody
Street.
probably broke their NDA by being like, what was
But
that?
it was
Who
it's
cares? I do what I want.
I just saw a movie this past week that's coming out in June 2025. So it's like
Mhm.
I don't think people realize how far in advance
Right.
they have a cut of the film and test it with audiences.
Yeah, because they
you
make
know?
changes.
Yeah.
Because they want the movie to be. I would love to have an early release of a YouTube video and then be able to like make
changes. Yeah, and the movie I saw had no visual effects on it.
What's the movie?
So it was like you would just see like a photo of a balloon, and it's like we will put a balloon here. You
Right.
know?
A balloon. It has a balloon.
Balloon.
Is this Balloon City? the movie?
It is Balloon
Mm,
City. The
Is it
movie.
Sesame Street movie or
Balloon
Figurine?
City 1.
No, it's
Oh.
just a balloon. That's the whole. The
Oh, it's
movie's called Balloon.
Yeah,
Oh.
and it's got that trailer where they've got the slow mo. Somebody once told me the way, and then it's like
Door slam.
the world is good. There's obviously a baby in a microwave.
From the
world is
producer of a
gonna
bunch of
roll.
Blumhouse movies.
I ain't the sharpest tool in
Timpani.
the shed.
And then reveal there's a baby sitting on top of the balloon as it floats into the sky.
And then hard cut to black, white on black text, and featuring. And it's like Sylvester Stallone's cousin.
There are certain times in life where fit really matters.
Yeah, like finding the right jacket.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
This is my jacket. It fits great.
I'm really cold. Could I?
The other place where fit matters is finding a doctor that fits your specific needs.
You should not have to compromise when it comes to your health, and you don't have to, thanks to ZocDoc.
ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors, choose one that fits your specific needs, and click to book an appointment instantly.
We're talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty.
From mental health to dental health, eye care to skincare, and so much more, you can filter for doctors that take your insurance, are located nearby, and are a good fit for any medical need that you may have, and are also highly rated by verified patients.
You can also see their actual availability, choose a time that works for you, and click to instantly book.
Plus, ZocDoc appointments happen fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score the elusive same-day appointment. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and head on over to ZocDoc.com/sadboys to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today.
That's ZocDoc.com/sadboys, ZocDoc.com/sadboys.
Now tell me my jacket fits.
It does fit. It's nice. Can I have it back, please?
No. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as a character.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
character in the movie, and he's not Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
And
And he
he-
goes, "I'm just telling you one thing. I'm not The Rock. Your suspension of disbelief is saved."
In Red
Summer
One,
this year, probably.
The Rock plays himself in Red One, essentially,
Yeah.
not literally.
I was all like, "Hey, brother."
But it is funny him being like, "Come on, Santa, we have a code red." And you're
bald.
like, why is The Rock just like talking to Santa?
Hey, what's up?
I watched like a video about how The Rock just exaggerates so much stuff. And it's very funny because I think it's one of those things where he's like, "Yeah, me, The Rock, here, Dwayne. Every day I eat 9,000 billion calories just because I want to get a good workout in. You know, we work hard, we play hard.
The Iron Jungle is here with me, and we're repping it out today. Have you seen him lie about In-N-Out twice?
3 times.
Legend, dude.
Wait, what's
He's
the
lied
In-N-Out
about
line?
his first. Maybe it's twice. Maybe it's 3 times. He's lied about him going to In-N-Out for the first time.
On Instagram.
So he goes, "The funny thing about this right here is that this is actually my first ever. This is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's first time at In-N-Out."
Maybe
Then
he's
you cut
bad
to a
short-term
video-
memory.
You cut to a video 2 years prior, and he goes, Funny thing about this is that it is actually
Also on Instagram. It's an older post. And then he interacts with food.
Wait, can
and
we
the
watch
burger.
this? Can we watch the Rock the Rock In and Out?
He interfaces with the burger the same way that a kid does when you get a coin from behind their ear. He's like,
Well, I don't know how this works. This is incredible.
Yeah, he's like, this now what I'm understanding here is that they've got just a
What are you calling
burger
it?
right in the middle of a big old bun.
Jacob, can
No,
you-
I can't eat the bun.
They
No,
slaughter a
okay.
Because
cow
I'll
and
shatter
make
like
the-
I have a delicate constitution. It just includes him also taking a photo with
yeah,
a
here
pen.
he said, my first In-N-Out burger experience, again, thanks to the fans who reminded me that I went to In-N-Out years ago and totally forgot about it.
Yeah, I'm actually
Um,
not upset.
Also, wait, we have to talk for the audio listeners about the emojis here. So when he says again, crying laughing emoji. And then when he says you totally forgot about it, 45 degrees rotated crying laughing emoji and then facepalm emoji.
I'm actually laughing about it.
Rolled up in my pickup. This is not like I don't do a Dwayne Johnson, but you know how he's kind of like, I'm gonna over enunciate everything.
he
You know, I'm
rebranded.
just gonna-
He used to do. And then
Yeah.
he shifted to like, I'm just a dad, you know?
Rolled up in my pickup and tried to be cool AF with my order. Pickup truck emoji, sunglasses emoji.
You
But
know,
I-
like a car.
But I didn't know the lingo. Didn't know who to pay, where to pay. Didn't know shit.
Why is
Didn't
this
know what
so
money
funny?
was. Didn't understand what human beings were. My servos were going crazy.
He's like, he's so used to experiencing the world through like his handlers and sort of catered experiences where he's like, I had to exchange currency that I went to the bank and asked them for a few dollars and they just gave it to me because you know what I'm cooking.
I didn't know who to talk to. I didn't know if I was allowed in the vault.
It also didn't know the lingo is very funny because
Lingo.
you just order a burger.
Well,
Hey, can I have a hamburger?
They had this big piece of something with a bunch of words on it, but I didn't know the lingo.
I ended up with a double, triple animal style hashtag cheat day.
He just ended up with one of the merch t-shirts and no burger.
I do understand, like, whatever. In-N-Out has a secret menu, blah, blah,
Oh,
blah.
wait.
But
Stop
they
there.
also
Oh, wait,
have a normal menu
I
that's
wanna read the bottom
printed
of the
and
question.
in person.
Yeah, they have
In
burger.
person, so at the end, or after that, he goes, but I'm a quick study. Brain emoji, wink emoji. Loved everyone's positive vibes and their holy shit, it's the Rock energy.
Yeah.
Oh,
love that
I get
energy.
that all the time when I go to
Yeah.
In-N-Out.
Yeah.
They're always like, holy shit, it's
Holy
The
shit, it's
Rock.
The
When
Rock.
I
Even though I don't know the lingo, I'm able to be beloved as Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Dude, I loved the grub. And then burger emoji, fry emoji,
Thumbs up.
melanated thumbs up.
Hell yeah.
Like skin tone 4, thumbs up.
Yeah, is it different than the cringe face than the face palm he was doing earlier?
I think it's the same, or maybe it's slightly darker. And love how everyone in the drive-thru looked at me like I have 3 heads when I give them a tip.
Okay.
That's-
Everyone in the drive-thru. How many people will?
they're
serving
sticking their
you?
heads out of their cars,
Yeah.
looking at them.
Thank you, In-N-Out, for being awesome. Imagine like going to a store. Today, I went to Walmart and I saw that they had a Skibbity toilet mystery box for the low, low price of $49.99.
Now I don't
I
know.
want to thank the kind people at Walmart for serving me and exchanging currency for goods.
Now I went to CVS. I don't know what a Famarcy is, but when I went up there and asked for HGH, they were more than willing to provide me with it. I don't take that though. So.
I wouldn't take it, and I never would, and that's why I'm 60 and my body looks like this. I
The-
eat 9 billion calories a minute.
I don't know the lingo, but I'm able to eat that much.
The funny thing about
move
this is it is not an ad. Like he hasn't
His life isn't it?
Well, I want to watch this video because I do think he narrates it.
okay.
My manager take a picture.
No. Hold that. I don't speak Spanish. Did you just say how handsome I am in person?
2 different outfits.
Cheat meals.
Wow, the
He's got
production
the
level,
VFX.
dude.
Oh my god.
This seems like an ad, right? But it's
Yeah.
not
Hashtag-
It's just how
identified as
his
an
whole
ad.
life feels.
Yeah.
Well, you have a. Oh my God, it's the Rock.
I love the framing of this. He's just look at the Rock's large arm while he's
I know, why
recognized
even
from
film
outside
it?
of his car.
Look at this angle.
The back of his head, which I don't want to be mean, but the back of an older man's bald head is often
It develops
weird to look at.
something new, yeah. It develops a second smile.
Reminds you of your babies.
Yeah, when I'm biting into their flesh.
Give me the back of your head.
Can we find the first video?
It is Sunday night, approximately 11 p.m. It is Cheat Meal Sunday for all of us.
2 bowls of
around
his
the
own
world,
tequila.
certainly for me here. And the reason why this is
all of
history
us
in the
in the
making is because this is the very first time that I have ever tried an In-N-Out burger.
He's leaning in so heavy.
Or In-N-Out fries, or anything from In-N-Out for that matter. Now, I've picked up some In-N-Out burger before through the drive-thru a few times for some buddies of mine. I've never tried it, so this is a first. Let's see, I have
It's in a
2
gimbal.
double doubles
He's balancing
double
on a
doubles.
ball.
loaded with lettuce, tomato, onion,
burger.
pickles, and
These are 50 degrees Fahrenheit at this point.
Yeah, those
They're
fries are
Cold as
inedible.
ice.
If you haven't had In-N-Out fries before,
You gotta eat them right.
you have to
off the-
eat them like
Yeah.
fresh out
They
of the
have
fryer.
the worst shelf life of any fries.
Yes.
I would 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Bronco kind of pairing.
It's his company.
You know, but then I think about it. Well,
Oh, it's
yeah, you know what? I'm the
madness.
founder
Like
of
I
Terramana,
can't.
So fuck it. We make up the rules. So.
You think this is like a fun way for him to justify drinking in the day? He's like,
One
well, I'm about to
Coke Reposado.
drive.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm
What
drinking
a
straight
pleasure.
tequila.
This
nervous,
is
dude.
my very first In-N-Out burger.
It would be
Good
funny if this
combo.
one also
Here we
said,
go.
"Oopsie,
It's history in the
sorry."
making.
Oh, I was just about to say it would be so funny if it cut before he tried the burger. And it does.
Well,
He didn't even eat it.
and this is
That's
still on. Yeah, what? On. Lying again. What are the comments?
Lying
Little
again.
liar Dwayne.
Shameless liar.
Liked by
LeBron.
Movement by David. I like that guy. He's always moving around. He's cool. Say flexi.
David.
Fame is such a wild concept to me because a video like this getting 1.2 million likes is
It's
so
so
funny.
funny.
Yeah, it's like weird for me, I guess, to live that kind of life.
Yeah, just to see because this is small time to you. To this, it's like it's like how The Rock's hands looked around in In-N-Out double. It's like
Yeah.
just like small scale.
And
you
me,
know?
I'm like, I would have to get 2 rocks to even fill a bun in my oven, kind of thing.
What?
Truly, I actually, I'll say it, I find The Rock detestable. I find him extremely off-putting, and I think it's
Wow.
his brand, his constant presentation of brand. And sure, everyone's doing a performance, especially in that space. There's just something sinister to me.
He is
about his
America's
kind.
sweetheart.
Well, and
Um,
yet he hasn't been in a good movie.
Yeah.
One, he hasn't been in one. How crazy is that?
It's very funny. It's also very funny that his bio is OG girl dad. Homie thinks he invented fathering a woman.
Wait,
You gotta
but
try
is
this.
OG qualifying girl or dad?
I'm the dad of an OG, dude.
Yeah, I have a 90-year-old daughter.
She's so old, dude.
Wow.
Yeah,
that
didn't
The
he like
Rock?
recently? Maybe not recently. I
Oh!
totally saw it. Like start his own like soap brand or something.
Maybe, but I was
he
just gonna say
did.
this reminded. Oh, there we
he
go. There's
started a
soap
hair
brand.
care
Dude,
line.
Yeah.
and
He's
Yeah,
doing
wait.
Sin.
he's doing the LeBron can't believe this is my life
Yeah.
pose.
I do
Yeah.
like the tattoo care. That's cute. I should try that.
There's like a funny there's something funny about him talking about the hair care where he's like, I know it's good.
Scroll up, Jacob. So he was all the way up. He was
Wow.
GQ's Man of the Year or whatever.
Was he a man of the year?
And this is 2024, so this just came out. And the photos are so funny because he looks like an old-timey greaser, but he has a bandana in his pocket.
Oh,
And there is
a
very
Springsteen
specific. There's a code for bandanas in your pocket in gay male history. And
but
I
this
looked it
is
up.
otherwise the most hetero photo I've ever seen. Tucked
Well-
Kevin Bacon T-shirt, very blue jeans.
so I looked up what tan is, and tan is like cigars.
What? God, that's nuanced. There's a lot of them, huh? There's only 4, but one of them is that.
The hanky code is really fun, actually.
Wait, hanky panky. Isn't is this supposed to be a Springsteen homage? Is that what he's doing?
I have no idea. I think he's just like a all-American 50s dude. Just keep scrolling to see. Let's see if they have other photos.
It's him dressed as a cowboy.
and then a biker. Or
He's looking at a fish in the mouth.
POV Dwayne Johnson shooting you with a gun that's also a fish.
Yay, I'm free.
He pulls the gun out of the fish's
Whoa.
mouth.
Okay,
and
this
shoots
fit
it.
actually goes.
That's actually slick.
Wait
dude.
a second. This actually rules.
The American badass.
He looks like Lil Pump in that Kanye music video.
Yeah.
He looks like a Roblox character.
Oh, my belly. I'm so hungry. Grumble, grumble.
Ooh. Oh, it sounds like you're busy and also hungry. From breakfast to dinner to anything in between, Factor has easy, nutritious meals that keep you fueled and feeling your best.
And whether you like having a nice consistent routine or being twisted, messed up, changing things around, you're covered by Factor because they have 35 different meal options every single week.
And not to mention the additional 60 convenience options you can add to your box, from keto cookies to pressed juices to smoothies and more.
Don't let these shorter days slow you down. Fill up your belly and stay energized with America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service.
Factor lets you do you. Choose from 6 menu preferences that help you maximize your protein intake, avoid meat, manage calories, or just have a well-balanced meal.
Factor's meals are both chef-prepared and dietitian-approved, so you'll love how they taste and how they support you and your goals.
Find guilt-free comfort foods like homestyle chicken and gravy and loaded mashed potato pork chops, vegan options like sweet potato and chickpea curry, or globally inspired flavors like Peruvian shrimp and red pepper collard grits.
There's no sacrificing quality for convenience with Factor. Weekly menus offer you a way to treat yourself to a restaurant-like meal experience with gourmet plus dishes that feature premium proteins and seasonal sides like broccoli, leeks, and asparagus.
Stay on your A-game with quality ingredients that you can trust and taste in every single one of Factor's fresh, never frozen meals, and you can let Factor take the shopping, prepping, cooking, and cleaning up steps out of your daily list of things to do.
So head to factormeals.com/sadboys50 and use code sadboys50 to get 50% off your first box and 20% off of your next month.
That's code sadboys50 at factormeals.com/sadboys50 to get 50% off your first box and 20% off for the next month after that while your subscription is active.
He
There is
he kind of
something-
looks like Mr. Mint from Candyland.
I gave Peeps a what
I'm
look,
sorry.
and you had to clarify
You pog.
Candyland.
Okay, let's just say it. Who's everyone's Candyland character? First crush.
I'm the like gloop one.
Grimace.
I don't know anything about Candyland.
I mean, King Candy. Grammar Nut?
There's one where it's like it's just a mud pit, and I'm pretty sure
Is
his
it,
name is like Gloop.
Gloopy or
His name's
something.
Gloopy.
La Brea Tar.
Ew.
It
Why
was
did they have Gloopy on
Your
here?
man's name is Jib.
okay.
Also,
Specifically, that
Lord
version.
Licorice is like looks so out of
Whoa.
place.
No, that's me, actually.
Yeah, you are definitely Lord Licorice.
Oh yeah, that's Mr. Mint. Look at that.
Oh, he does look like Mr. Mint.
Wait, Jacob, go back to the right. To the right.
Beaver
of this
question
one.
mark.
Yeah,
and
that
then
one.
there's Baz, who's just a dog that's also a basket.
That's sad.
Specifically, in this version of Candyland, it was the one on the left. I think it's like Queen Frostine or
hold on.
something.
We should
That's you?
clarify. Peeps.
Yeah.
Peeps
No,
is,
when I was young. That was my
Oh.
first crush, I think.
Peeps is a youth. Peeps is 8 years old. Or so.
Yeah.
I thought Candyland was of an elder generation. I thought Candyland was
They
old.
keep bringing it back.
They keep reinventing the style of the characters too.
And some of
As
them
we
they did a
saw.
Can I
horrible
get
Also,
some
job.
more
Peeps is
about-
not a child.
So
Can I look at Lord Licorice's bio, please? How old is he? Same age as me?
If we're talking gender envy though, it was Mr. Mint. I would like to be Mr. Mint, I think.
You honestly,
you could
Sometimes dress
cosplay
like
as
this.
Mr. Mint.
That does. I do feel it like an energy vibe, an energy match.
This
here.
is the biggest compliment I
is-
could ever
wait.
receive.
this is
Lord-
me.
Lord Licorice
Royalty?
royalty.
is you. Like
Human?
That is Jordan.
How progressive of the Candyland fandom wiki to have the pronouns of each of the characters.
Got to see it. Portrayals? I was portrayed by Mark Oliver.
So I guess his name is Gloppy, not Gloopy.
I
that correct?
think that's an easy mistake to make.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
That's
please,
me.
That's Sir Goopy.
Wait, are there any of them that
This
Are like they them? Like have they updated?
That's what I'm wondering.
Gloppy, I
Oh, wait,
would
before we
assume.
deviate,
Oh,
I want to read
wow.
something because this is very funny because this is a fandom wiki for Candyland, which is apparently a thing that exists. And the Wikipedia page is written as a normal celebrity page would be written on Wikipedia. Gloppy is a character in the Candyland universe and a major figure of the Candyland board game series. His associated location is originally Molasses Swamp, then later Chocolate Swamp and Chocolate Mountain.
These from Fortnite.
Molasses Swamp doesn't resonate with the kids these days.
No one's
yeah.
eating molasses.
Well, the whole thing with Molasses Swamp was that you can't really get out of
No,
it
you're
'cause it's
stuck.
sticky.
Oh, that'd be cool. How many characters die in it?
Wait, hold on. Peeps, how do you know about this? Molasses Swamp is a location from 1949's version
Jarvis,
of
if
Candyland.
you don't think I know my Candyland lore.
I look,
Jarvis, look at this.
I recognize game, I guess.
It's a photo of Peeps from
If
1920.
if I were to like
What the hell?
if I were to be a betting man about which of us would appear in a photo from 1929, it would be Peeps.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
tough
actually.
though, tough.
Yeah.
I would expect you're a mortal vampire. You time travel.
Yes.
That would be your
Oh,
justification.
Now's a good time to plug my podcast, Time Hole,
Yeah.
in which I travel through time.
Yeah, maybe that's where my bias is coming from.
Also, you say it's like the premise of a podcast, but I do think that you have had every job
no
and
pronouns
experience
for
known to man.
I do love
Pronouns
to
for
travel
fluffy
through
puffy.
time by
Oh, the
reading
reason-
books.
Oh,
Yeah, me and Anastasia have actually known each other for about
Wait, go back
900
to-
years.
Yeah.
Whoa.
the reason that that sounds, I don't like the name of that guy.
Fluffy
Whoa.
Jacobs is very official.
Also,
Who can
he's
say
up to
that?
something, right?
Yeah, why is Haynes behind his
Well, you know,
He has
Jacob's
a
always up to
pistol.
something.
Wait, Jacob, are you identifying with Fluffy Puffer?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
No pronouns.
No
though.
pronouns. Is that close? Is none in the...
That's more maybe more progressive than the he/himing of Gloppy.
Yeah, Gloppy, I can't imagine.
So to make it appear, you have to say its name aloud in multiples.
Oh, no.
What?
What?
Fluffy Puffer.
Multiplies.
No. It says whenever its name is said aloud, it multiplies, which is horrifying.
Oh.
It has mitosis.
that's
VCR
that's
board
true for
game.
Jacob too.
History. This section has not yet been completed.
Oh, I read that as Candyland VR game.
You wish.
No. Oh,
Someone
see,
needs
that's
to get
now
on
the
that
Gen
right
Z
now.
is jumping
This
out.
sounds cool.
Yeah, VCR is a video cassette recorder.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah, right now
You
you
know
do.
it from your past life.
From when you
Uh,
invented it.
Yeah,
Oh,
from
yes.
when you were
When I made
when
it.
you were working with John videotape back in the 40s.
I'd just seen a picture and I thought to myself, what if this was... It's the 80s.
What are Mr. Mint's pronouns? Ignoring the Mr. in his name.
And what's his race?
Mr.
Well-
Mint and Mr. Mime probably are
Come on, that's a
related.
he, they, king right there. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be Mixmint or whatever. How do you say MS?
Jacob, can you please click the link for human in
Wait.
the species section?
Open up a new tab because before we deviate, I just want to point out that Mr. Mint is a multi-hyphenate king. He is a peppermint lumberjack, a keeper of the royal, and of the royal peppermint forest.
Of course.
Or is he peppermint lumberjack, comma, keeper of the royal peppermint forest?
What? He's a lumberjack, a royal
He's
lumberjack.
a snow beaver companion.
Oh my god.
Sometimes he is seen with.
Yeah, where
His
is it when
ward.
he's not?
Okay.
That was the
Oh.
the beaver question mark
question
that we saw
mark.
earlier.
Pet,
Not what I was
occupation,
expecting
pet.
it to look like.
Betrayals by Ian
All right,
James Corbett.
humans.
Oh, right, that's what you.
Oh wow.
That is us.
That's a photo of humans right there. Oh,
Humans-
Peeps, you should dress like that.
Humans are a bipedal primate species. It should be noted that the term human, as used for the purposes of the Candyland wiki, is an assumption based on the physical appearances and not typically used in game.
Yeah, I can't imagine that would come up.
Because Candyland is a largely unknown realm and its humanoid residents might identify differently or have significantly different internal biology. They are so progressive.
That's
I know,
it.
I love
They're like,
this.
while we are using this turn of phrase, human, it is really a shortcut, as we do not know the internal.
I mean, I got to be honest. I think I would be taking more
Grim
creative
on Nut.
liberties were I an
like
admin
talk
on
about
here.
Grim on
Yeah.
Nut for a second.
It is unclear exactly
Please,
how.
you have the floor.
Take it away.
Peeps, can you read the first paragraph here? This is great.
In history or notes?
History.
It is unclear exactly how humans rose to power in Candyland.
It's like the Dark Ages.
They seem to have a mostly friendly relationship with the other species in the realm, although this varies based on individual disposition.
Racism.
The royal family of Candyland appears to be entirely human, which implies that there is an adherence to some sort of caste system.
I can't imagine that they like Gloppy
I
very
was gonna
much.
say,
Wait.
probably.
The possible alternate biology of Candyland humanoids is hinted at in the 1999 version. Two children are shown running while holding left hands in a contorted position that might otherwise
that
be.
the
It's
above
just like
photo?
an artistic inconsistency,
Yeah.
and they're like,
It's
hands might be
hinted at-
backwards in Candyland.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, wait, which
It's
one
a
of them is in
homunculus.
front?
I'm so so the
Oh yeah,
The feet are also.
he's
kind
like
of
holding hands behind.
yeah, he's got his left hand back.
This is a thing you can
holding-
do in on Earth as well.
Yeah,
You
I've-
just have to do.
look,
You just have to wait. Hold on. Wait.
Wait, that is his. So
No,
he's,
wait. This is hard.
He's doing this, right?
You wait,
right.
Recreate
But
it.
Jarvis, put
Yeah.
your left hand behind you.
oh yeah, and then I'm grabbing it.
Grab his left hand with your left hand.
Let's go. If you were to trip, you would pull my arm off.
Well, we've got to get to the gingerbread plum trees.
I'm no artist, but I feel like it would have been easier to draw them not in that pose, right? Like I feel
Yeah,
like just
but
a
they
normal
really
holding
worked to-
hand.
You don't know
contort
what they were going through when
This-
they drew that.
in
Oh,
1999.
yeah, it was composed by MC Escher. yeah.
Gingerbread plum trees. The plum trees are an infinite loop. If you look at a certain
I
angle.
mean, real.
Go ahead, check King Candy's information because they're saying that the caste system has placed
Wait, there's Grandma
humans,
Gooey and Grandma Nut. I'm sorry.
Grandma Gooey Nut.
Gooey Nut.
Is he a human? Because he's a human and royalty.
Welcome.
Gorgeous.
That's you.
Welcome to my castle. I am King Candy, and I've been described as the imperial head bonbon of the grand jujube of Candyland.
Excuse me, King. Do you see any issues with the fact that we have established a caste system that keeps all non-humans living in the slums that we put outside Candyland? No
What you must understand is that we come from a superior biology.
Wow, okay.
We have two left hands.
Imagine how many we can hold hands at any angle all the time.
And fucking basket dog cannot do that.
Hey, why are these guards taking me away?
Get him.
I wish that they would hold elections in Candyland. It's sad that they have a monarchy, but
Candyland, the Candy family dynamic seems to have changed again, with Princess Frostine returning to name Queen Frostine and appearing as a black woman. In this incarnation, Princess Lolly appears to be of East Asian ancestry. They never say any of this about. They don't go like, King Candy, white, by the way.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
this is the deviation.
So King Candy appears to be the sole arbiter of the Candyland justice system, with the power to convict and sentence criminals on the spot. Notably, I just did that,
Yeah,
or
thank
he
you.
just did that. Sorry, I have no relation. It is unknown if there are any constitutional checks or balances limiting his authority.
I feel like
It's a-
how can there be?
It's an original pauper feudal system. Of course
Wait, Candyland, a child's first game comes to life.
Ugh,
What?
that's scary.
not.
You go in, it's like-
1984.
It's peeps.
That's
as
what
a
everything
child.
is these days.
So you're Lord Licorice, is that correct?
Yes, I'm Lord Licorice because I'm.
Do you
have a
think
sword.
he is questioning King Candy's power?
And thus, in the propaganda that we're looking at here, that is sent to the natural realm,
Yes.
he is portrayed as something of a villain, dressed
Yeah.
all in black, which apparently is bad.
He is like the one goth. In this, like, when you look at the lineup, it's like, who does not belong?
Yeah, actually, what if I made a pivot to Candy Goth? That's my new fit.
Oh, Candy Goth is such Candy Goth core.
Candy Gothcore.
I love this.
What if I
style
started
for
going
you.
by Daddy Candy?
I mean, I was frowning, but you wouldn't be that far off from Grandma Gooey.
Grandma Bust.
Grandma Nut?
I have a nut in the oven.
Grandma Gooey and Grandma Nut. That's my shirts for Thanksgiving.
Because Grandma
Got
Nut
a
is
grandma
like
in the oven, and I
peanuts.
nut.
Yeah, I know she's like peanuts, but I have no idea what Grandma Gooey is, and I don't know if I want to
Yeah.
know.
Mm.
She like gummy bears.
Wait. The link that was immediately after Grandma Nut's name was House. What do you call Grandma Nut's house.
Oh yeah, she lives in a peanut brittle house. Everyone knows.
Oh, of course.
Come on, Jordan.
The king. I wasn't raised
peanut
in
brittle
the
house
feudal.
is the home of Grandma Nut. Come on, dude, get your weight
Wait,
up.
so
What are you
Grandma
doing?
Nut and Grandma Gooey are the same because they go to the same link.
That's racist, dog.
No, it goes
Oh,
to the same
really?
link, doesn't it?
No.
Oh,
no.
briefly Grandma Gooey briefly replaced Grandma Nut.
Like she died.
Her and well, after you Grandma Nut, it's Grandma Gooey.
I got a cookie in the oven.
Chocolate cakes are her specialty.
Gloppy are both residents of Chocolate Mountain. Ooh, do you think something's maybe...
Like Gooey and Gloppy are hooking up.
Well, Chocolate Mountain is where Goppy used to live.
Gloppy.
Gloppy.
Well,
Where
no,
Obama's actually from.
Gloppy still lives in Chocolate Mountain, but it used to be the molasses
It used to be the
swamp.
molasses swamp.
Oh,
And
before
so
it was
they
annexed.
introduced Grandma Gooey because they were like, "Oh, we need more chocolate people for some
What'd you
reason."
Hey, just like America, am I right?
Peeps, can I say on the podcast, maybe I'll save it for the Patreon, can I say the thing you said 2 days ago?
Yeah, I guess.
And the magic card I made to represent it?
Should we talk about the things that are on our agenda?
Yeah, we're having
'Cause,
too much fun, and we
guess.
gotta get
This
back
is
to
the
There's like
Candyland
100
episode.
tabs open.
Yeah. This is
That's our personal time. Go ahead and reply in the comments with your character from Candyland.
Hey, you. You've got something to say. We have a live show coming up in Los Angeles, California on November 30th, 2024 at Dynasty Typewriter.
Last time we did a show, it was a highlight of the whole time. It was really wonderful. Thanks everybody for coming out. But you got to come out again. This time we have 2 shows, one at 4 p.m., one at 7:30.
You can see our beautiful poster here from Tottering Chatter on Instagram. We'll link that as well. Hope to see you there. Tickets will be available in a link in the description. And if you can't make it, no worries. It'll be available afterward on our Patreon. Jacob, what's the Wicked situation?
Yeah, so there's a Wicked movie coming out this month and here in a couple weeks, and it's been a big deal this whole year. People are really looking forward to it. 15 weeks ago, which would have been in like July or something, they announced, Mattel announced that they would be making Wicked figures for purchase, as they do with many movies.
Yeah, Mattel famous for making figures.
For making figurines.
Old plastic
They're
Mattel.
the Barbie people, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So they make a bunch of toys and dolls and figurines.
Marco Robbie?
And they announced that they would be making some for Wicked.
It's perfect.
And they got their reaction.
May I try yours? They're so tall.
That doll does look like Ariana Grande.
It does.
They did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. These dolls were
I thought it
released
just was her.
this last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So people have been looking forward to this.
Sorry.
Jacob's note just says,
And then just eBay at the bottom. That's just he's buying
Well,
something.
Yeah.
That's just for him.
Not everything went so smoothly.
Oh no.
That's got me saying,
So on the back of the packaging, as many packages do, they put the link to a website,
uh-oh.
and I think someone just typed in the website that they assumed that the movie should be. The website is wicked.com.
Oh no.
Don't search this yet.
Don't
anyone that's
search wicked.com. Because if you go to wicked.com, this is what you'll be greeted with.
Oh
Access
no.
beyond this page is restricted to adults 18 plus only.
Only
R-rated
adults
movie.
can. They can only appreciate musical theaters.
You might think that. If you go beyond that, you will be greeted by an adult film website.
okay, now
Like,
Jacob's showing us some.
Wait, like
and Jacob keeps scrolling, and he's like, "And you'll also be greeted by," and then just scrolling
Yeah.
through the video.
all the links are purple. Wait, Jacob, so like John Wick, like adult, because he's an adult in the movie.
Yeah, because it's not wicked, it's wicked, and that's what happens when John Wick kills your ass.
You're going to get wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wicked his dog.
That's so funny.
So what is the actual movie URL? Wicked movie or something?
I think
Pornhub.
it's
Wicked is also
Yeah,
what
it is.
happens to candles.
Uh-huh.
And they're
That's
killed
so
by
true.
John Wick.
They get wicked.
They get killed by
They do get one.
Keanu Reeves.
The URL should have read wickedmovie.com,
'Cause
which
of
will
the
take
movie.
you to the website for the movie.
I thought that's what I thought that was what someone from Boston describes.
Hey, it's a wicked movie.
as a movie.
Hey, I'm gonna go see The
Wicked
Flash.
movie.
It's a wicked
Wicked.
movie.
I'm going to Harvard Yard to see The Flash. What do you think? How was that?
Go okay.
Oh, she says I'm really nice, but we cut it out.
Um,
Group bookings, please, Jacob.
yes, I'll book us now. So many of the articles that I read said that Mattel had apologized. I could not find the apology anywhere.
God, on the figure.
Replied to
just
someone's email and
apologized to
said,
each
"Our
other."
bad, RB."
Yeah.
In office.
So I don't know if they actually apologized or not. I would assume they would have because they've been like recalled and stores are pulling them off the shelf. And we know what happens when stores pull stuff off the
here
shelf.
we go.
No,
It's
no, no,
$1,000
no,
on
no, no.
eBay.
It becomes a family heirloom.
It's not as crazy as like maybe the candle that we looked at a couple weeks ago,
Okay,
but they are selling
which
for-
is weird, right? It's weird.
Way worse.
It's weird that the KKK hood candle is going for 10 times more than the Wicked doll.
I guess the disposable income available to
So,
Bath and Body
yeah.
Works demographic.
The dolls retail at I think $25.
Do you think people want to buy this so they can find out what the naughty link was? They like can't remember it.
I think
Like, oh, what was it?
they
X
probably
videos?
know.
Top rated.
But yeah, maybe. But yeah, so now they're selling for like 2 to 3 to 4 times
That's
as much
crazy.
as their
Whoa,
retail
sold for
price.
135.
Wow.
What did I buy?
Um,
Skoda,
yeah.
1990.
And I guess it's
Yeah.
kind of it's like all of them purchased by me.
Yeah, purchased by Wicked.com lover.
Yes.
Not the musical Wicked.com. I'll say it again.
Yeah.
Wicked.com, the porn site. It's me, Jacob, and I love this.
Wow, that's a long name.
Yeah. Where they fit under the character line.
Reselling them to himself.
But yeah, they haven't said whether or not they're going to fix the packaging and resell these.
You assume, right?
Baddragon.com.
But yeah.
Oops.
It's also interesting. I feel like if I were to buy one to sell it, I would hold on to it for longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would like
Because especially
search
like,
the website or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, if I had it, where would I even find a website like that? Like, what was the link again? Where would I even
However,
do that?
if you're early to this and then
pay
you
or-
buy a bunch of them, you want to flip them as fast as possible and flood the market before like people realize how many of them are out there.
You go to wicked.com. I'm trying to flood the market.
I flooded the market and I helped. My market was flooded.
Economy's crashing, and I flooded it. And I raised it.
And now I'm raising our child.
Is it weird that I'm like, am I too brain rotted
Yes.
Mhm.
that I'm like, this isn't that big of a deal?
You know what's really funny is that like it's one of those things that like it is an honest mistake, you would think, right? But then there's going to be a portion of people that are there's a portion of people that are going to be like, this is how the elites move. Everything's a code. They're trying to make our children go to porn websites. And so that's why
Because, just fucking for some reason.
it's like the Janet Jackson thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like sometimes I'm reminded that we still live in that society to an extent.
Where it's
But
like,
obviously it's bad. Obviously it's bad.
but not everything is that calculated. Like
Mhm.
sometimes it's just two departments didn't communicate with each other and they put in placeholder text and
It is so. I think there's something that this happens a lot, really, with any service, and it's one of the reasons that people are so cruel to support workers because there's like a mysticism to a brand, like Hasbro, Mattel, Amazon, whatever, and you're like talking to support, and you're like, "Did you do Pizzagate?" I bet you did Pizzagate because it's not like Rick.
As far as something like this happens, yeah, it's like a placeholder on a template.
It's a little bit of
Because-
incompetence that happens.
Because all of there's probably a template that's on the back of all of these dolls, even the ones printed before this. So it's like open up Barbie doll size like 15 .psd, and then you fill out the Wicked stuff, and then someone probably put Wicked.com as like a placeholder, and then the next person assumed that someone had already filled in the the website.
Hey, what's
and
going
didn't
on,
check 'cause
Sad
it
Boys
looked-
Highlights?
Yeah,
Huge fan of your
Because
work.
if it got printed with insert website here, it's not as much of a it's
But
not
have
as
you
much
been
of
on
a story.
insert.com?
I remember seeing on Twitter when this first broke,
X the everything.
people who were like, "Oh my god, Mattel just announced that they were using AI to create their packaging." But there's an article that talks about how like this was not an AI mistake. This is not like some,
Also, yeah, it's like I think that people don't have a good sense of like how AI is being applied.
Yeah, what exactly would it have done to let that happen?
Like people aren't saying, "Hey AI, make the back of the thing." Like it,
And then not reading it.
yeah. it's-
Like if they'd seen it, they would know. I mean, to be honest, I didn't know. This sounds like I super did, but I did not know Wicked.com went to that. But I
Yeah.
think I would click enter check, right?
yeah,
They could do a
yeah,
quick
of
check.
course, yeah. So someone messed up, but
Even if I'd spelled it wrong, like
But-
if I want to check that.
even if the AI exist, like you could make an AI that just made the back of a thing, whatever. But this is a pretty archaic company
Mhm.
that has made 5 million bajillion dolls. So obviously their processes are pretty well oiled, and so they're probably just doing everything as they usually do.
Also, I think this is like where the skeptics, forced. It's actually it's a like less politically oriented version of a conspiracy theory where it's fun to put weight on something that's actually just kind of like frivolous and silly.
Mhm.
And this lets you do it with a buzzword right now. But if you actually lean into it and you're like, okay, let's say they did use AI. Does that change anything about this? No, it's just incompetence. A
Yeah, 'cause there has
human
to be
being
a quality
used AI.
check at some point.
Like it's because they used papers, not Microsoft Word. I'm
Also,
like, okay,
my template theory is further bolstered by the fact that I just thought about how the back of the Barbies probably just say Barbie.com, and then you double click Barbie and it selects the word, and then
Yeah.
you just type in Wicked.
and you type in
Yeah.
like Pornhub.
But you just didn't check because you're a designer and your job isn't actually filling out the copy. You're just putting like
And you might have been sent
lorem ipsum
that in an
there.
email.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
probably don't. You don't like just write in an email as a guess.
How did they get Wicked.com? Like
That's pretty badass.
most one word URLs were taken like 20 years
Apparently,
ago.
Yeah.
well, they've owned the URL since 1994.
There you go.
And they're just like, I gotta do something with this.
So
I gotta figure out
it's a
something to do.
porn production company called Wicked. That's makes sense.
Dude, Mattel, pay them off.
Yeah.
There's no way that their porn feature film is more financially beneficial to them than the $2 million you pay them for the URL or something.
It's so funny to look at, like, you can get a good sense of like institutional like money when you type in like very basic words. Like if you go to like flights.com or
Yeah.
like hotels.com, it's like to get that someone either had to, if you today you either have to pay like hundreds of millions of dollars or have owned it. Like Elon Musk has owned x.com since the 90s.
And then he's
And he spent like 10 grand or something in the 90s.
well,
So it was already
So
expensive.
even then it was expensive.
before Bidenomics. You heard about this guy?
I have, yeah.
Because
I've heard of it.
x.com was the original name of PayPal.
oh, that's way worse.
The
So
everything
it
app.
kind
They
of,
didn't do everything
I
at the time.
guess, makes sense why he's like, I need to change the name of this. But it doesn't make sense.
No, because I think he had a
also-
dream of making an everything. This is not even a joke. I think he had like a dream of making an app that was like kind of the everything app.
UXA.
And then he's like using the URL because he's like helps him feel like superficially he's like living that dream, even though the website doesn't work.
Also,
What a-
apparently, when he does the jump, he's making an X.
Yeah.
I just found that out.
It'd be better if he was making like a bird.
Yeah.
Like when he does this.
yeah, he's making an X.
I
So
wish
you
he'd
don't
make a
forget.
little egg.
He's on
Scrunched
all the
down.
profile picture.
He kind of has the structural proportions of the default profile picture before you customize it.
And it's just like a high set of shoulders. It's like it looks like two mini fridges.
Let's take a peek into the world of POV TikTok. Because we checked 8 months since we last addressed this important issue that's facing the nation.
Oh, TikTok.
No, POV TikToks about fantastical worlds.
Oh, of course. My bad.
What you described as the best creative writing prompt or whatever. Usually it's just people having fun and creating little mythical worlds, and it's just very funny. And it's fun. And it's fun to like it's fun to like play in their world. You know?
I like little self plug. What can I say? Probably for the first time ever on the show. My two favorite videos on my channel are the ones about this stuff because I just found it so genuinely, sincerely charming, but also like crazy. But I like weird, bizarre ideas, and this feels like looking into an alternate universe where this is what movies are.
Yeah, these are like, so if you haven't seen them before, it's basically like a TikTok where someone has in the caption or on text on the screen, world where your crush can hear your thoughts or something like that. And then someone does like an act out of that situation.
But then somehow subverts that even more into being even weirder than that base idea.
And I don't know, this is a creator we haven't talked about before, so Jacob's going to take it away.
Yeah, this creator's name is Nicole C. I think her real name is Nicole, but her username is Nicole C.
Can I just say an embarrassing thing that happened the other day is I paid with cash for a coffee, and it wasn't the exact on the number figure, and they said, can I get a dime? And then they'll give perfect change. And I went, I know how much that is. I do not know which coin that is. And so they just...
You're like The Rock.
They just... I didn't know the lingo was the problem. Yeah. So they just gave me 10 cents off the coffee. Pretend to be British.
Whoa.
Wow, dude. For profit.
The lying power.
It's just lying.
You also got the lying power, right?
Yeah, why?
What if we just tell each other a bunch of lies on purpose?
You are a genius.
I also have the lying power.
But what if we just said a bunch of lies to each other on purpose? Do you think you know it was a lie?
Well, I have the power, so no.
Oh, okay.
Or yes, maybe. Who knows what it means?
Fuck. The lying power is knowing something is a lie when someone tells you it is in advance.
Okay.
Is there a previous one to explain why they would benefit from
No,
this?
remember, this always happens where you're just dropped into this world with no context.
Yeah, it feels kind of like like stumbling across like a fandom and just not understanding anytime, like when I was like 15, I remember my friends trying to explain Homestuck to me, and I was like, I just can't. What are you saying to me?
Yeah.
Anytime Peeps is like 5 nights at Freddy, and I'm like, I don't know this number 5. How many is night the morning? I don't get it.
You are a genius.
Thanks.
All right, you start.
Okay, let's see. My name is Beyonce. I'm 69 years old, and I'm 8'4".
No way.
It's always cash.
No way, it worked. Wait, so does that
This is the first time you've used about.
Wait, so if the things you lie about are true, then why would you just change your name to Beyonce and then be Andre the Giant? Like,
wait,
you would be the tallest man.
When they tell a lie, they get money?
Or wait, so the sound was saying that they were getting money for just telling a lie.
Cha-ching.
Oh, so it's not even that the lie becomes true.
Yeah,
or that people can't tell when you're lying, or that someone has to believe it. It's just that if you tell a lie, you get paid.
It's money almost every single time. It is, because I think it's like
it could be the saying poop power. Did you get the pooping power?
What if we shit all the time?
You just have to talk about it. You have to do it.
It is weird that like it sort of encompasses like, okay, well, what is like a high school student or whatever kind of like think about it? It's like, okay, what if, I don't know, if I had a power, I'd get money. I don't know. So like, I'd save the world. I'd do. It's like, yeah, I'd probably just get cash.
I do think a lot of these POVs are like what would be either scary or cool to a child.
Yeah.
This would be scary to me because I've already got too much money.
Oh, because you love lying. And so now you get paid for something that you love. And if you get paid for something that you love, you never work a day in your life.
But because you get sick of it, it's like doing a podcast.
Huh?
Like getting sick of doing a podcast with some guy, and you can't remember the guy's name. So
I don't think that happens.
Okay, pal. I've got a lie for you. That isn't the case. What I said is not how I feel.
What time is it right now?
How much money did I just get?
Ching.
Do me now.
Okay. I have pink hair. I'm in One Direction, and I like country music.
Oh my god.
The shades of country music.
Country music's always catching strays.
Every one of the lies up to that point was absurd. I'm 8'4". I'm Beyonce.
I like rap.
I like country music. Plus $5 million. Wow.
Maybe it's that every time someone lies to you, you get
Yeah,
money.
because she's singing above.
Yeah.
I have a question about POVs like this, right? So I'm not her. I'm the other person. Is that accurate? Because sometimes you just don't. You aren't. Because it's point of view, but a lot of the time it's like I'm not doing anything.
No, you're looking at her and talking to her.
Yeah, not always though.
You're lying to her.
I'm sure there's people being annoying in the comments. There's always people being annoying, but like, hey, hate from England, and then it's just like likes from the most boring people in the world. But this is genuinely, I think, kind of sick. I've never been bored by one of these.
It's like we're not only are we having fun, but then the people in the comments are having fun, like kind of living in that world, and it's popular. Like it's like, to my knowledge, it like doesn't harm anyone, and it's just a little goofy.
It feels like kind of like what's the word, like easy access fandom, where you're just like immediately in it. It's
a rare niche that is like simultaneously popular and seemingly not harmful.
I know. I'm waiting for one where it's like, oh my god, we got the racism dollar power. We should subjugate the Chinese.
Let's see. I hate black people. Cha-ching. I like country music. Cha-ching. Shout out to country music. Shout out to Shabuzi.
I feel like it's like, because like it's fun for them to make, and I feel like every time someone does like this type of content, they know it's campy and a little cheesy, but they're obviously having fun making it. They're getting the views. They're getting like, get that bag. But also, like, even though it's not like my cup of tea, like I just remember there's this guy, I think his name is Ocean, who does like this type of thing, but it's in the Pokemon world. I'm like, that's my type of thing.
All
Like
right,
that.
check it out on Sad Boys Nights today. We are gonna find it and we're gonna talk about
And I'm
it.
like, yeah, it's the same thing. And I watch those like hell because they're fun. But I'm like, oh, it's just the same thing for someone that doesn't like Pokemon.
Yeah,
you know?
that actually is I think it requires a certain amount of emotional maturity, or at least it did in my case, to appreciate something that connects with you personally and something that doesn't, but does for other people as equally valuable. Because I feel like I spent so much, especially of my adolescence and like a good chunk of my 20s, being like, that thing that's the same thing as something I like but a different color, that's actually bad.
And that's, I think, a good, for people who are younger, I think that's a very common feeling where someone you feel like you need to push away or put down what someone else likes if you don't like it to validate yourself. That's
fun
not,
is
and
a
like
zero
both
sum.
both can coexist.
I think it's very wholesome to tolerate's the wrong word, but encourage and appreciate people liking things. I will say I've never liked the meme of like, just let people enjoy things. I'm like, no, some stuff is shit and I'm gonna make fun of you. You can still watch it. But there is I don't know, I feel like a performance to criticism sometimes, even movie criticism or something where it's like, biggest piece of trash fire doo-doo trash I've ever seen. One L out of a million.
This is years ago. I saw Angry Video Game Nerd who like sort of content farmified their stuff, which I totally, it happens.
He's raising his kids. He's being cool.
Exactly. But I think the thing from a few years ago, he made a video about, and this is like long past his like prime, right? But made a video about why he's not gonna review the Ghostbusters movie that like Kate McKinnon and people were in, the women Ghostbusters movie, because everyone was like had their like Gamergate sleeper agent activation for that thing, and they were like, oh, the women. I want to go out of my way to talk about how this is bad because of how much the women. I don't like women, basically.
Oh my god, Paul Rudd, new one. Egon's in it. This is good now. It's also not funny or entertaining, but the boys.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. It's like, but that female Ghostbusters movie. I'm trying not to,
we're using the vernacular of the
belittled by being called the female Ghostbusters movie, but
Girlbusters.
The girls one. Yeah, I think that is so like that is just so maligned disproportionately to like it being a mid movie.
Yeah, it's just another
Like who cares?
It's like another unengaging
They're all
remake.
mid. Like yeah, it's like we have a
Reboot.
million mid remakes, and this is the one that's like now you fucked with the Holy Bible, Ghostbusters.
People have like, you can probably check out like a review scale for every Paul Feig movie by cast, and the boyer it is, the better the score. And when it's too many, like Bridesmaids, what are they doing? Get married to a guy? What the hell?
My friend works at a restaurant. She's a chef, and she said when she
that makes
reads
sense.
reviews of the restaurant that it'll be like the food was inedible. It was disgusting, and she was like, "There's no way that's true."
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
food, maybe you could be like, "It was fine. I wasn't that into it," but no one wants. People love to be like, righteous and angry,
Yeah.
and
It's
you
way
know.
easier to articulate hate than love. And it's really hard to
Jordan, I love
articulate a 7. Like expressing a 7. That's why all IGN reviews that are 7, everyone's like, it's a 0. That's what
Uh-huh.
that means. Because it is genuinely very hard to articulate. I liked this, and here's me saying it in an interesting way.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, biggest doo-doo trash fire. And then the latest Call of Duty has reinvented playing games, and it made me reconnect with my dad.
Yeah. And also notably, it didn't go woke.
I'm sick of these pronouns.
And if you don't go woke, then cha-ching.
yeah, you got the wokeness power.
Pronouns. Cha-ching.
There has to be a twist in this TikTok, right?
Ew, was that your sister?
Did you guys hear that? I'm scared. I don't know what was that, guys, and I didn't do that. I'm scared.
Oh, she's one of the ones that ends it in a popular meme. Okay.
Oh,
that clip
that's
in
the
the meme?
twist.
That clip.
Have you guys not seen that?
You haven't seen
clip?
that?
I've seen that clip.
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
I cha-ching. I don't know.
Everyone gets $1 million.
Yeah, me being like, have you heard of this band? You go, yeah. Like, did you see that? Yeah, I heard it. No, that movie. Yeah, have you seen it? It's like Truman Show or something. Like everybody has seen. Yeah, yeah.
You're holding your fingers behind your back. I rewatched Truman Show recently. The way he suddenly realizes, or one of his biggest clues to the fact that he's in just a big lie, is that in their wedding photo, his wife, as they're kissing, is crossing her fingers behind her back, which is like, I love that movie, and it is very magical realism. Like,
Yeah.
it's actually, I realized it's basically what a kid thinks it would be like to be in a TV show. Like, it's a lot of like, oh yeah, they do that, and they paint the wall to be like,
Yeah.
But there is
And what you need, because there are real
rules.
people, making the people making this movie know how movies are made. So they have to meet the audience where they are.
I just love the idea of like, but we had a prenup. I'm like, look again.
Yeah. Cha-ching.
I do. Cha-ching.
Wait, Lying Power 2. I'm seated, dude.
Oh my
Let's
God.
watch.
She just makes more money.
$1 million or $100 every time someone lies to me?
I mean,
Isn't it obvious?
It's the options are $1 million.
You either get
Once.
$1 million
Once.
right
Oh,
now, or
yes.
every time someone lies to you, you get $100.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
lies- I mean,
Every time
lies-
someone lies, I think that's gonna rack up. I think that's the right choice. If this were like one of those finance podcasts, so okay,
Plus,
let's
then you know when people lie.
let's do the math. $1 million is 1,000,000. So
Of course.
you need to get to $1 million. You need someone to lie to you 10,000 times. So 10,000 times. You're pretty young.
Thanks.
You have a lot of conversations, and a lot of people tell white lies all the time. So
Mm.
if you just go around asking everybody how they're doing, and they say yes, and then you just get paid,
And then
just every day
also-
you like go to your
then they
local
go like,
coffee
"What the
shop, you-
fuck was that?"
Yeah, do they hear the sound? Because
Well,
that's
when Jew's doing it with us POV. Right?
That's what POV is.
wait. Imagine the sound is played so that everyone can hear it, and then you go to like a church sermon or something,
It is
and the like
deafening.
super pastor is telling you that he needs like your tithe to be able to buy his private jet to spread the Lord's word
I've
or
gotta-
whatever. I think that there's also a thing where, because this could become your job,
Right.
because
Ooh.
if you get 100 times, you get $100 every time someone lies. I quit my job and I start talking to people way more often. I go
I
somewhere.
get into politics.
Yeah, you get into politics. You get into talking to politicians as your job.
How
I
about
quit
if I want
my-
a bunch of money, I get the meeting a bunch of clowns.
You
in
become a
Congress.
courtroom scribe.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say I become the person that like is watching the lie detector tests.
Yeah,
But you just
yeah.
are the lie detector.
Right.
The lie man.
And you just listen for the. They're like, no, don't watch the polygraph. Listen for the cash register noise. That's when you know.
Also,
if you
does it
cheated.
go to your bank or does it like appear in your
No, it
pocket?
goes to your head.
Yeah.
Your virtual
Goes
bank.
inside your brain.
You go into Wells Fargo and you say, "I'd like to do a brain transfer." Yeah, they like. You're explaining to the person. You're like, I have $1 million in my mind because every time I lie, I get paid money, and then they're just like hitting the button under the table.
All 8 tellers are smashing it as hard as possible. Hey, are you calling the police right now? No.
No, I didn't. I just got to hit $100 more. I know what that means.
Putting her head on the contact list.
You guys are gonna do great at the talent show. You're the best music class I've ever taught.
I always knew Miss Gracie lied about these sort of things.
Hey,
Well, her class is in her bedroom.
why don't you go first for your playing test? Yes, sure. Because I definitely did not procrastinate all my practicing for this assignment.
Somebody else.
the $100.
It's kind of acting like they are transacting. Like it's their $100, but we know from the prequel. That
This is funny. Everyone with this power is gonna create a new financial collapse.
Oh, dude.
They're all getting so
and a
rich.
collapse. They're gonna
Yeah.
destroy. Like it's gonna be the housing crisis because it's like we bought 8 houses in Florida via me going to a live concert and yelling, "I don't like ice cream."
Duh. Oh my god. Good old Camp Rock.
That's really good. By the way,
Shout out Allison Stoner. Shout out Joe Jonas and Demi Lovato.
by the way, that honestly reminded me that he's an actor.
Yeah.
That he can do acting. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's his brother. So I mean, he was in that one too.
We what was it called? On
I can't believe we
nights,
didn't
watched
talk
those
about
trailers.
Camp Rock in that one. Yeah.
I gotta say, I think another kind of cool thing about trends like this is the language they develop, not just like the visual language of what's on screen, like the thing's above me, and it just becomes intuitive. Same way you do an extreme close up if you want to show intensity or something like that, panning shot for exploration, blah blah blah. I think it's cool that, as weird and junky as it feels, that brief cut to black has become the language of this genre. You don't cut to the next scene, cut to black and then the scene, because it's a different day. You know,
Yeah,
it's
it's,
neat that somehow became.
You cut the lights of the theater and then you raise the lights again.
Never a new outfit though.
No.
Lazy.
Well, it's theater. It's
I'm so
you know,
stupid.
yeah, they're just they're not changing.
Like it is a
Yeah.
legitimate phenomenon that we have like shot composition in dreams now.
Yeah.
Because like there's such
Yeah.
a strong monoculture.
Yeah.
And sometimes the thing to do, especially if you're doing like a cringe experimental indie film, the thing to do is weird confrontational editing because
so-
even this felt, a little weird. Every time that cut comes in,
Mhm.
you leave the music going. There was a part of me that I felt like an old man being like, but they, them is plural. You can't.
But she's creating a visual language that means something so that the next time you watch one of her TikToks, you completely understand what's going to happen, you know?
It's kind of neat.
Yeah, it's like we grew up using dimes so that like whenever someone asks us for one, we know exactly what the coin looks like and how much it's worth.
I'm just saying, maybe make some more shapes, some more sizes, okay?
I went to...
Nine is the smallest one. What do you guys want to watch next? Word Count, Daily Curse, or there's this multi-part Soulmate sighting stalker.
Whoa.
Well, so I want to do these first two and then I want to get into Soulmate. So let's do word count.
I feel like I've seen something similar to word count, right? Because this is surely...
So
Maybe you
have
just
a
check
number
the
of
word
words.
count on your essay that's due on Monday.
Is this like...
The words you have left in your life?
Oh, before you die.
Oh, that's fun. I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be like you have to... Everything you say has to be within a
Oh,
certain...
there's been other POVs like this, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, is that
I
me?
like it.
Sis, am I hallucinating or is there a number above my head?
Oh, your word count. Everybody got one. That's just the amount of words you're allowed to say this year.
Says who?
The government. Don't you watch the news?
Please, I can tell when you're lying to me. Oh, shit, you weren't kidding.
She turns on the news and it's like new word count instituted. It's like, wow, how do they have no other news to cover? They're always talking about
There's
this.
one channel.
That's like they were talking about the
News
Purge.
Nation.
They're just like, Purge is on.
Well, do like news reporters get the same amount of words as everyone else?
They have to swap them out a lot because
They have to be silent in their
You
personal
have
life.
your like government mandated like 1 day of news reporting.
Yeah, everyone's rotating in.
The podcast would get efficient. We would be. I'd be.
I would just keep going. Well, I guess I don't have anything to weigh in.
Yeah.
Language would evolve.
It would.
People would start talking more like cavemen.
Or one really long word. Like kanji
Whoa.
for speaking.
Lots of
I can come with some of them. Give me a sentence that I need to say with one word.
Sally picked seashells by the seashore. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Sally.
At this rate, you're gonna waste the last of your words being a teacher's pet.
Shut up, you're just mad because you got it wrong.
What? I did not.
I can see your paper.
Yes, Nicole?
Wouldn't the answer be normal force and
This is so like high school chemistry and physics. Like it's like grab the homework.
It really makes me think about how like you're just at school all the time. Like it's like,
Oh my God.
where would I be and what would be going on?
Well, I'm at school
Just
because
dickhead. And they're like, well, okay, well now I'm doing homework. How many words can I use in my homework?
I also feel like if like you only had a certain amount of words for the entire year, you would learn to not say did not instead of like didn't.
Yeah.
You know? Like can
Well-
you get around it with
Well, Jarvis,
that?
I mean, what are we doing with hyphens, apostrophes? What is that for? Like, is it didn't? Is that did not? Is that 2 words?
I become the
Oh, he's
Rizzler.
shy he's shy about this one.
And therefore, sodium chloride does not dissolve in water. Hey, wait, are you sure you want to do that? You only have 18 words left.
That's a good friend. Always watching your word count.
Yeah.
Nicole, no!
That is not correct. Because according to the encyclopedia of...
That's a really funny use of that.
I've seen memes too. Just cha-chings again.
I
with it.
gotta see this daily curse.
please, please, please don't be an embarrassing one. And it's the most embarrassing thing of all.
Bro is Dr.
I
Seuss.
don't think so.
That didn't rhyme.
Is Eminem embarrassing? Is fucking
I do like that your friends are waiting for your curse to come in and then immediately hit you with bro is Dr. Seuss.
I do like that every single time the POV is like saying, anytime it's like a dude, they're always talking in like Aiden Ross AAV.
Yeah.
I was like, bro's goofy Dr. Seuss right
Yeah,
now.
right.
Bet. Oh God.
I'm gonna go bash my head against the wall.
Oh, I guess-
So what'd you get as your
Wait, that didn't rhyme.
No, it rhymed with the that's the worst of them all.
Oh, the worst of them. I thought I was still the doctor.
So she-
Bro is Dr. Seuss.
Guys, come on.
She doesn't have to rhyme with herself. She has to rhyme with other people.
No, she said.
She has to
That's the
rhyme with
worst of them
herself. She
all.
doesn't have to rhyme
Yeah,
with
she
other
said the worst of
people.
them all. and
Gotcha.
then I'm
Babes.
gonna go do something.
There you go. These boomers got me like that.
Have
Gonna hit
a
my head
running
against the wall.
news, but girls, seeing yours makes me feel better.
Yeah, I know that mine is worse.
Do you have a tissue?
Yeah, I have some you can borrow.
Thanks.
Tomorrow?
God, I can't wait for tomorrow.
Wait,
But she didn't.
wait, but curse didn't rhyme. I'm having trouble. Go back. As a rhyme connoisseur, girls.
Oh,
Yeah,
mine
I
is
know
worse.
that mine is worse.
I
It was
she gonna
curse.
say
So what did you get
Curse.
it?
Worse.
Okay, got it.
Borrow tomorrow.
So it's not that everything you say rhymes; it's that everything is an A-B rhyme scheme.
Yeah, you
like
don't need to
have
be.
to. It's only A-B.
If I had a critique of this TikTok, it's that she waits too long between the rhymes.
And there's not any rhythm to what anyone else is
Yeah.
saying, so then you forget what was even.
Is this too severe? I think were this the case in society, in order to maintain this law, I think if she messes up, she should be put to death.
I think that would be the only way to go.
I don't think she's able to mess up. I think that's the curse.
She can't make a mistake.
Her brain is being controlled by the curse. She has to rhyme.
Her brain decides the path of words that she can take.
Okay.
You see how you don't remember that I said mistake the first time? And I'm rhyming with it, and it's like, okay.
That doesn't rhyme. I'm putting you to death.
I hate my curse.
Really?
I hate my curse.
You are a nerd.
I hate my curse.
Fiddlesticks.
I hate my curse.
Really? What could be worse than this?
I speak in bad pickup lines. Listen to this. Are you a parking ticket? Because you've got fine written all over you.
I stand corrected. You have negative Riz.
Wait,
come on.
This
play the line
and
again.
Riz?
That's a slant
She-
rhyme.
I just want to throw out. She really liked the first part of the joke.
Mhm.
Like, he was like, "Are you a parking ticket?" And she was like, "No." That's crazy. What an absurd idea. Come on, Cass. Well, that's okay. So now it's just rhyming within the same.
Everyone else is. Oh, I thought someone else was saying. I was like,
Is
everyone
she
else
gonna
is
say
better
now
at
you
than
have the
her.
rhyming one?
Cass, we're late for class.
Oh,
Wait,
that
the new
rhymes.
curses for today come
Bars.
out in a few seconds.
What the? Whoa.
Oh, okay. She is physically compelled.
Oh my god, I thought she.
Okay, that was
Pretty
fun.
good.
I loved it.
So the curse changes every day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was like
Daily
like-
curse.
Daily
No, that's why it
curse.
was called daily curse.
Oh.
What
yeah.
if-
Okay. Now who's on their back
Now
foot?
who's not keeping up?
Maybe I'm being too ambitious. I would love one that was just like you're a gun. You have 100 guns and they're firing all the time.
When you speak, your words are actual bullets.
Bleak. When you speak, your words are bleak.
Okay, rhyme boy.
Rhymes I must seek.
His rhymes are strong, not weak. It's a riddle.
Open my door, it must not creak.
I don't know how to do that. Don't.
Limit words I mustn't speak. I
If I
also
mess
have
up-
the word count curse.
That doesn't rhyme. Put him to death.
But I suppose it could be worse.
Phew, close one.
So I think these ones are less memey, more dramatic.
Dreamy.
Anastasia, cut it. Your soulmate has seen you 192
Creep.
times.
Fucking weirdo.
And then it goes up again. She hears a knock againds the window. It keeps going up.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He's
I
holding
knew
a
my boyfriend
stereo,
was
but
my
he's using
soulmate.
it to hit against the window to try to break it. He's holding it.
It doesn't come up. It's out of battery, so he's just.
He shocks it through the window. Choo, boom.
That is extremely funny. Just hits her in the head. Oh no.
Oh, nice. I
love
knew
it.
my boyfriend was my soulmate. Hey, babe. So, what number?
It
did you
does. It's
get?
not gonna go up.
That's not a lot of times, is it?
Don't play dumb.
Because we're
I
not
got
talking about like
zero.
a day.
Oh, you've
Your
only seen your
soulmate, some
boyfriend
other
200 times.
Yeah, just because I do this.
We've done 150 episodes. I think I've seen you roughly 150 times.
Oh, but let me check the number. Oh, my
Oh.
podcast host has seen me 20 times. Who could that be?
Who could that be?
Oh, you're blind. Oh, right, okay. Which moons your
Means.
weird color for the text? That's getting pretty challenging.
Get?
Don't play dumb. I got 0, which means your soulmate is some other dude.
What? No, I swear I would never.
Then explain to me how your number is over 100. Clearly, there's someone who's more important than me in your life.
This
We're
guy's
over.
fucking nerd.
Yeah, it's 'cause
This is the what was it? What did he say?
His
in the
curse
other
is
one?
I'm a nerd. Oh, Fiddlesticks.
He said,
I hate my curse.
Golly goodness.
I hate my curse.
Ooh, that's the voice I would do as Lord Licorice.
Oh, that's a good look.
I hate my curse.
I hate my curse, and I wish for it to not be worse.
I'll get that King Candy.
I'll put him in a hearse.
I'm gonna kill him, is what I mean. Like, I'm gonna take his life.
Am I human or am I Tiny Dancer?
But I am gonna kill him. Just be clear, from before, killing him. So
Jaden broke up.
Yeah, it sucks. The worst part is I have no idea who my soulmate could be now. I mean, Jaden was my first. There's no other guy that I've seen this many times.
Hey, do you have an extra book I can borrow? Your soulmate has seen you 193 times.
oh, he has one book.
He's always asking to borrow others.
It's just name
or like his name is Bookhaver, or like, or the name is a buffer. That'd be way more
Johnny
useful.
Bookson.
This is another one as well, like soulmate connection. You can, because there was that one where she like heard her soulmate fart. Do you remember that? That's
Right.
really cool.
Like it was like you heard them like going to the bathroom.
You can hear what your soulmate is doing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one.
It's okay. I mean, if we start looking now, I'm sure we'll find him in no time.
You know what? The only thing I want to do now is just go home and relax in my bed.
Good news.
Is the bed is the
You're
soulmate?
always there. Is it a brother
Does it
or
make that
something?
noise every time they see you?
Wait, so it's a cliffhanger?
Yeah, well, there's part 2 now.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Do we get resolution, Jacob, or are you leading us to a dark?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, you do.
Okay, great.
Jacob, will we be able to finish to complete to bun in the oven?
Mom?
Oh,
Mom,
well.
hey, so this soulmate thing, just like any algorithm, it has glitches, right?
No, honey, as far as I know, it's never made a mistake in the history of mankind.
As you know, I'm an archaeologist.
And as you know, this happens to everybody.
Is that mission control for like the algorithm or whatever?
Awesome.
I'm never gonna find my soulmate. He's seen me 0 times.
I almost wish I had that problem.
What do you mean? What happened?
So get this. Last night, I was completely alone in my room, and my
Imagine your soulmate's like, I've been watching you. Ding! I've seen you 193 times.
last night, I was completely alone in my room, and my count goes up by 1.
Oh, that's freaky. What if he was watching you through your window?
Oh, hell no. I'm getting curtains.
You don't have curtains?
Oh, hi, honey.
Yeah, good idea there.
So, I've been thinking about investing in some curtains.
Why is there a Jinxie? Yeah, I think I'm investing in good. Methinks I'll be covering my
Horrible
window.
parents. They're like, my child is not gonna have curtains in their room.
Hey, Mom, I'd love to have a mattress on my bed frame.
Yeah. So no, honey, you need to not have curtains so your soulmate can see you.
In all the history of mankind, no one's ever had curtains.
No one's ever had curtains.
Here in Windows civilization.
Yeah, this is we're in window world.
That would be a fun addition, and they don't go into it.
Curtains?
Okay, we can look into it.
We can look
the
into
TV
it.
for a sec?
Sure thing.
Mom, are you
This just
stupid? Huh. We can look into these curtains or whatever you're talking about.
This just in. A serial killer is on the loose, stalking teenage girls before he breaks into their house and murders them.
Oh, no.
Okay, hold on.
I hope it's not followed
It's
up.
like I was joking.
I mean, is this going to
what if
end
it's
up...
actually Lord Licorice?
as her soulmate.
Well, do you think this is like... Because the other trope we don't see as much in this. It's like a very fanficky trope. It's like Jeff the Killer. Ooh, are they going to murder me or are we in love? Or like, oh, I've been kidnapped by the vampire but we fall in love kind of thing.
What if the killer is stalking her, but her soulmate is stalking the killer?
Oh, and he's like a secret agent.
And they're
And
in
he's,
love.
he's actually like, I know I'm teenaged, but I'm actually an agent for the CIA.
You might think that I'm not old enough to do that. I guess I'm just a little ahead of the times. He's 38.
Or
I'm just a teenager like you.
Or what if, and I think we're being a little too hard on the serial killer. For one, he's neurodivergent and a minor.
And he's a sweetie. And he's an
For
empath.
two, he's just using process of elimination to make it easier for him to understand where his soulmate is.
keeps checking in.
So he just has to kill everybody
Not
until he's
mine,
gotten
no.
down to he finds the
Until his
one.
number goes up to 1.
Right, exactly.
He's on the loose. Where was it here? They let
He
him
used to
out.
be
Well,
on the tight.
imagine if like he's sneaking up on someone and then like stabs him and they like turn around and they see him, his number goes up to 1. He's like,
Or
oh god.
Imagine that. I don't want to imagine that. That's twisted.
yeah, that is pretty messed up. You watch Family Guy or something? That's pretty dark.
Okay. South Park.
This cannot be happening. My soulmate is a serial killer.
This just in. He was last seen on Woodbrook Avenue.
This just is.
hanging
No, he's
out.
not.
Dude, the idea of a news anchor just like hanging out, not saying anything, just going like, oh,
Yeah, we just found him.
just got text.
Our news drone is now just following him.
Oh, yeah.
There's no windows, so we can kind of. there's no
Thankfully,
curtains,
everyone
so we
has
can-
curtains, right?
Yeah, we can kind of just see him wherever because we live in glass houses here. Don't throw stones.
Seen on Woodbrook Avenue.
And I think I'm his next victim. It's fine. I mean, all my doors are locked, my windows are closed, and I'm sure the police will find him before he gets to me anyway.
Bro.
What was that? Oh my god, that must be him. And he just picked the lock.
Is that a Minecraft impact sound?
He's like, I just picked the lock because I just took up I took up lockpicking at my local community
He's
college.
a loser. That's
We
the
have a-
worst part. I hate this guy. Oh, my number just went up. I love you.
Thank god we just installed that extra lock. Sounds like he gave up.
This house
while
needs
he-
infrastructure. It's missing everything.
While he's breaking in,
God.
they're like, "You'll never break in because I've added an extra lock."
She's on Amazon ordering one.
Yeah, you have to open. You have to open the door to like to add a new lock.
Honey, what was all that noise at the door just now?
Don't worry about it. It
Nothing
was
worst
nothing.
mom in the world. You couldn't know. You didn't notice someone was breaking into our damn house, our
Anyway.
damn curtainless house.
Anyway, honey, I got you some curtains, and she just has like a steak.
Yeah.
Like, not even close to that.
How'd you not see that? It's not like we have curtains.
Oh, excuse me, serial killer. Checking in on my daughter.
What now?
Probably the serial
The
killer.
window. I forgot to lock the window.
Oh.
There you are.
Ooh. Ooh, charmed.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Lord Licorice at your disposal.
We were right. It was Lord Licorice.
Oh my.
Finally, my sweet.
What if the TV's still on and the news anchor goes, "Oh shit, look out!" He's in your house.
She's like, wait, let me turn up the TV. Lord Licorice was spotted at local teenage girl house,
floating around doing all his bullshit.
I'm not gonna do nothing about it, but somebody should probably check this thing out.
Keep an eye out. He just goes back on his phone.
Sorry, something in my throat.
Please don't kill
Oh,
me.
he's cool.
Kill you? God, no, I'm not here to kill you.
That's nice.
I'm just here to tell you I hate my power.
I hate my power.
I have been watching you, but just because I was trying to get a chance to talk to you.
Then why choose breaking and entering
also.
over, I don't know, knocking on my front door?
Well, I figured you wouldn't answer the door to a stranger when there's a killer on the loose.
How do I know you're
So I figured I'd break in like a killer might.
Hey, look out for the killer.
So I went and practiced lockpicking to make sure that I could get into your house, so that you would know that I wasn't like some sort of bad guy.
I'm not like a weirdo. Hey,
Yeah.
be nice to me.
Well, also, I've been waiting to get a chance to talk to you 194 times.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sounds like somebody has not met their soulmate. Okay.
Door to a stranger when there's a killer on the loose.
How do I know you're telling the truth anyway?
I mean, if I wanted to kill you, wouldn't I have done it by now?
What a charmer. What a little charmer.
But things to never say, by the way.
Red flag.
If I wanted to kill you, I would have done it by now.
Yeah. Oh, and she's like, oh, good.
Her mom comes in. What's going on, sweetie? Who's your friend? Mom, this guy just broke in and said that he wasn't going to kill me because if he wanted to, he would have done it by now.
Oh, good.
Well, I made brownies. Does he want one?
Here's some Cortons.
I started Googling. There's curtoils you were telling me about.
The mom's on the news.
I'm still looking in. Local idiot is trying to figure out what a curtain is.
There's never been a serial killer in the history of humanity or whatever. she said.
Wait a minute, but you fit like all the descriptions of the killer that the police have been putting out.
Right, that's the second reason I wanted to talk to you. I need your help finding the real murderer.
The real murderer? You mean you were framed?
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, I think you can help me find the guy who did it.
Wait,
Answer the question.
you can't just say you. His name's Jaden. Plot twist. You can't just say something like that
Yeah, I don't know.
about being a murderer. Like, so you match the description of the murderer and you broke into my house. Like, yeah, but it's because I'm
suppose.
trying to catch the murderer.
This is why everyone thinks Lord Licorice is evil. He's always doing shit like this. If I could kill you, I would have already done it.
Anyway, I think you can help me find the guy who did it. His name's
Lord
Jaden.
Licorice.
Don't say it's Jaden Wells.
Yeah, how'd you know that?
It's her boyfriend.
Because it was her boyfriend Jaden who
Yes,
just
man.
broke up with her. She broke up with or something.
They broke up because he was like, I love killing.
Because they were like, I haven't seen you enough. You're every time.
My count is 0.
Yeah, my count's 0, and every time I look at you, it doesn't go up. So bye.
Time to go kill.
So I'm gonna murder her, so I could use process of elimination.
I like that Spider-Man is in this universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be helping.
Yeah, how'd you know
She,
that?
that's why they have no curtains so that he can see what's going on.
You know him or something?
There's another
Yeah,
Spider-Man poster. I think.
He's my ex as of 1 day ago.
Oh.
That's the teen rom-com acting where they're like, yeah, that's my ex as of 1 day ago.
So this is happening right now?
And I thought mom said life was going to get better after high school.
Come back from commercial. Like, do you know me? I can't believe my boyfriend fucking is trying to kill me. Rats.
I'm here to kill you. Finally someone's going to do it.
He's right behind me with a knife. Isn't he?
These were fun. I like these.
Wait, so is there no part 5? I still want more of the expository dialogue between these two.
Mm-hmm. I need to find out why he's wanted for murder.
Well, let's just say I'll never tell.
Yeah, something like that.
What is it?
I
Wake
missed
up, babe.
it. Where's part 5 though?
Oh god, wait, there's so many parts. Because it says Stalker part 5.
Yeah, there's a lot of parts.
Wait.
Should we finish this on nights?
Yeah.
The grand
So-
spoilers.
And the finale you can see over on Patreon.
Well, I'll say we'll finish it if people actually want to see content. We'll watch it in our private time. Probably not. But thanks for joining us.
Thanks for coming around.
Thanks for looking into our window.
Yeah, thanks for having a look at me.
We don't have curtains around this camera, so we can't keep it private.
You don't have what?
We don't have curtain.
I mean, neither me nor my mother have any idea.
I just went to the fandom wiki and I found out that curtains do not exist in the Candyland universe.
Forbidden. so that little Lord Licorice you get there.
There's so that King Candy's police state can operate with full autonomy.
So that they can decide whether or not you're allowed to number it above your head or whatever. Thanks for listening, everybody, and much love. We're going on over to patreon.com/sadboys. Where we have it.
Where we have Sad Boys Nights, our premium Patreon podcast. And what were we going to talk about today? We were going to watch something.
Oh, the Pokemon POVs.
Oh, we're going to watch some Pokemon POVs and maybe some more of these. I've got the rhyming curse.
I hate
I hate my power. I hate my cois.
His is your dick falls off.
I hate this one.
This is worse.
Oh, it's a forever thing, but it's you get a new curse every day.
Oh.
All right. We end every episode of Sad Boys with a particular phrase.
We love you.
And we're sorry.
Gucci girl, how you doing? How you moving, girl? Moving, girl. How's your day looking? That future girl, yeah, we on now. Take my money, go away, all you want it.
Girl, too rich for me.